My next guest shot to fame alongside her later husband, Michael Brandon, in the hit TV detective show Dempsey and Makepeace. Recently, though, she's become something of a soap queen, having spent time in the Yorkshire Dales as part of the cast of Emmerdale, and now she's heading south and is currently creating a stir in London's East End.
How about we go back to yours?
Please welcome Glynis Barber. The worst bit.
Made it down the stairs.
Nice.
Hi, how are you?
I'm very well, you're very welcome.
Yeah,
Welcome back.
Mine, that one.
In that one, yeah. Glynis, this is interesting, you're sort of working your way through the soaps now, because you
I am, aren't
did
I?
Emmerdale, and then we had a bit in the Royal, didn't we?
Yes, but which I don't think they've ever shown.
Have they not ever shown
No,
it?
I made it a couple of years ago, and I think they may have shown the first few episodes,
Yeah.
and the rest have never been shown, which is a pity.
Well, you're now that Barbara Windsor's gone, you see, from EastEnders, you're there now. Are you enjoying it?
I'm loving it.
She's a bit of a so-and-so.
She is a bit, isn't she? I've fought it, but now I've decided to give in to Mitch.
Well,
I probably shouldn't have said that. I'm so sorry.
No, you're allowed. You can say that. We're allowed to say that. But much more fun than playing somebody sort of sugar sweet and
No,
gentle.
absolutely. But I came in and she definitely, Glenda has an agenda, as they say.
This is rather nice way of putting it.
But, I wanted her to be a real character as well. I didn't want her to just be a caricature baddie.
Is it difficult? Well, I was thinking about that because sometimes, you're given a script, there's a situation in it, something happens, and I know actors have a reputation for being a bit precious about, she wouldn't possibly do that, she certainly wouldn't, that kind of thing.
We all say that.
Well, yeah, but it strikes me, having, watched The Other Side this week with Corrie and the 50th anniversary, and all these, and it was astonishing who was doing what and to whom, and who was bumping somebody else. In that episode, every other person was killing somebody, and every other person was having an affair. Does there come a point where you have to suspend disbelief and say, oh, I'm just doing it? I know it doesn't make sense, but...
Yeah, you do. I mean, there's always a compromise, but I think it's quite important to try and make the character real, so that they actually have a reason for what they do. If you're just horrible for absolutely no reason... And, I think, people in life are good and bad. Nobody's all good, all bad. So I just think it makes it more interesting if even a person like that can be vulnerable sometimes and genuinely hurt and really upset, and then they react in a certain way to the things that happen to them.
Having worked on both Emmerdale and EastEnders, then, what's the difference from a working point of view?
Well, one's up north and...
Yeah, one's down. There must be more than geography.
Yeah, no, well, it's funny, because I had a funny role in Emmerdale, because I was an outsider. I was a policewoman, I knew I was just coming in for a finite time to do that story. EastEnders has been quite a different journey and a much more interesting character, I think. I really enjoy...
A bit more depth.
I enjoy playing Glenda because I think she's quite, she's more complicated. In Emmerdale, it was more about the story, really. But...
I always think it's the most wonderful name, Glenda. It's got so much sort of resonance, hasn't it? Miles away from Glynis. But you met, of course, you'll forever be remembered for Dempsey and Makepeace. I mean, do you mind? I mean, you met Michael Brandon, who's been your husband now for 20 years, I think.
We did. We celebrated our 20th anniversary at the end of last year, so now it's 21 years, actually. Wow. So it's a very long time. And they said it wouldn't last. They
did. Let's just remind ourselves of what you looked like back then. Here we go.
Charlie 5 to control. Mayday, repeat, Mayday.
Who knows? You might even make a team.
Oh!
Exhausting.
Did you? There weren't that many, were there? In one's memory, there are more.
We did 3 seasons of 10 episodes each, so we made 30 episodes, which isn't very much, really.
I know you did a little bit of work together relatively recently in New Tricks.
Yeah, and yet we didn't really work together. We were in the same episode, but we didn't work together at all.
Do you like working with him? I mean, do you do much together?
I do. We haven't worked together that much. We did, I think, a mini-series together. We did a film together, and the New Tricks, in which we went to the read-through together, but that was all. So, no, we haven't done that much together, but...
Now, later on, we're going to be talking about marriage, and people always say it in the business, 20 years in show business, it's a long time. What's your secret?
It is, in anything, it's a long time.
What's your secret? Why do you think you've stuck it out? Or is it really sticking it out? You're wondering whether you should have done that, aren't you, really?
Well, I think that, you know, we're very different people, but there's certain things we have a lot in common. We enjoy doing the same sort of thing, and also, I think, humour. I mean, we do fight a lot. We've always fought. From the moment we met, we fight. But we also laugh. And Michael's very funny, which really helps. So, you know, he does make me laugh.
There you are. That's the secret. 20 years of laughing. Pleasure to talk to you. Lovely to see you, Lee Sanders. Ladies and gentlemen, Glynis Barber.